One of the keys to being a successful jazz improviser is to know a certain set of licks or patterns or vocabulary in order to get yourself round a certain number of standards and the chord changes that go with them. For example, the 2-5 chord progression is very, very common in jazz. And it's something that if you're going to be a competent improviser, you need to be able to do in all 12 keys. Jazz musicians have always played licks. Charlie Parker is a key guy, and check out the video that I've put up about improvising around the lick, that little video of that pattern. But you don't want to become what Michael Brecker called a lick machine. You've got to be able to connect with the music and connect with your audience. And if you're just piling through a load of licks, which is what a lot of guys who come out of music college do today, you ain't going to connect with anybody because it's kind of so abstract and, you know, just basic harmonic exercises. It does not often sound musical. One of the key things to do if you get a good lick is to be able to take that lick into all 12 keys. I made the mistake of trying to do that too soon. About 10 years ago I got a big pattern book of loads and loads of John Coltrane patterns around the 2-5, and I tried to play every single pattern, and I started trying to play them in all 12 keys, and I really struggled. And I came up with this innovative idea with some students while trying to do the same exercise. And I kind of thought, do you know what, if we can't get simple melodies in all 12 keys, we're going to struggle to get more complex things. So I set my students, and I want you to do this as well, the target of trying to play simple melodies in all 12 keys. Not only is this great for later on when you're wanting to learn to improvise, it's fantastic sight reading skills. You might think, how do I do sight reading when I'm just not reading any music? Well, the thing is, in sight reading you need to learn to play in keys. And playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in F sharp major is really going to make you think about that key. You're going to know the scale, you're going to know the harmonic progression, you're going to hear where the dominant, the 5th note of the scale, and the tonic, the 1st note of the scale, sit in relation to each other. So, I'm going to start and do today, I'm going to do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I think it's a good one. We'll start in D major on the tenor. Okay, so here we go. Okay, you've got two options after you've played that. You can either play it up a semitone, so in E flat, or you could maybe take it round the circle of fifths, so the next one from D would be G. This is honestly the first step in being able to play licks around all 12 keys. For example, you know, or even in semitones. Etc. That all starts by doing things like Twinkle Twinkle. Don't try and run too quick, too soon. Let's just take simple melodies and get them in all 12 keys. Start with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. You can then maybe do Ferrajaka, Happy Birthday. The key point here, everybody, is that you know those melodies. You've known them since you were little. You can sing along with them. And then you need to get the licks, the same kind of thing. You need to be able to hear them. So if you watch the other video with, you know, you'll hear that. And then when you start to go to concerts or hear recordings, you'll start hearing the lick. And the little light bell will go on and you think, that's the lick. And then you could play that yourself and you might hear it. You might just play it without thinking about it. And that's what Charlie Parker did. And Lester Young did. And all those guys. And let's follow in their footsteps. They're the masters of our instrument. And we need to make sure that we know how we can copy them, learn from them, and then become ourselves. So, make sure simple melodies, all 12 keys. If you've got any problems, send me an email, or when we get the forum on, check out the forum. Good luck.